Hey gorgeous people, Viv going live from York, 9 o'clock on Thursday. So following on from last week when I was talking about that you need to be your kids' parent if you have kids and you're homeschooling at the moment, I thought I'd continue with just stuff that comes up for me occasionally about how, well, one of my biggest things is I just want people to be amazingly them. So obviously I always have these thoughts floating around. So I just thought I'd talk a bit about you tapping into being totally you. So there's only one of you, even if you're an identical twin, there's definitely only one of you. I know the identical like DNA stuff, but things happen as you grow up, and there is only one you. Let's just go with it. There's only one you, and you're amazing. But I've just finished a 7-day oil study with my oils team, and it was really interesting looking at the feedback, because this oil study we send out like 3 different oil samples to people. So we did emotions and sleep as 2 separate studies, and it was just interesting to see which oils people liked and why they like them. And it always just gets me thinking, hello, oh so cool, hello. So I don't like lavender, so I was doing the sleep study along with the sleep people, and it was lavender Serenity, which is a doTERRA blend, and then Serenity soft gels, and I use those soft gels every night because they help me sleep better. I'm a pretty good sleeper anyway, but they just give me a deeper level of sleep, so I feel more refreshed when I wake up in the morning. But I don't like the smell of lavender. I really don't like the smell of lavender, but so I put it on the bottom of my feet. But there are other oils I use as well, so it was really interesting to see the feedback, who had enjoyed what. And it was that when I was looking at sort of people's chemistry, when I was looking at the oils, how people react, it's really interesting. So for some people, lavender is really relaxing, which is what most people know it for, or treating burns, insect bites. But you say lavender to most people and they go, oh, relaxing. But for some people, it's not. For some people, it wakes them up. So using it for sleep would be rubbish. So obviously I've been doing that study with these people for 7 days, and it just got me thinking about that thing that we all need to remember. There is only one you, and what brings you joy is totally different to what other people brings them joy. So I really like puzzles. I'm a bit of a geek. I like computing. I love learning new things, hence the fact I get really excited about like learning about essential oils, but I get excited about everything. And then 2 weeks ago I did my live about my death calendar, and you know, some people looked at that and went, well, that seems a bit morbid, you're thinking about death all the time. But that's not how I view it. I view it as a celebration thing. So I wore this, I don't know, was it yesterday, day before, I don't know when it was. I wore this shirt and tie the other day because it was the anniversary of my dad's funeral, and this is what I wore to his funeral. I only put it on now because on the day that I did that, I was talking to somebody and doing a shamanic session with them. And afterwards I sort of explained and said, oh, by the way, I'm just wearing this because it's the anniversary of my dad's funeral. And they were like, well, I did think, why are you wearing that? That's interesting. And then I thought, well, this is what the person said to me, that she thought, do you know what? That's just the way you are. You just do what you want. And if you're comfortable wearing a shirt and tie, you're going to wear a shirt and tie. And actually, I didn't need an explanation. And I just thought that was really sweet, because I love the idea that I'm giving off the impression that I'm comfortable being me, because generally when it comes down to it, most of the time I am comfortable being me. And in fact, my logo for my essentially shamanic business is a butterfly, but if you look at it, it's a, oh, thank you, Kathy. I really like it. I think I'm going to start wearing this sort of stuff more. I actually feel quite comfortable like this, and yeah, so thanks. My logo is, if you look at my logo on my page, it's a butterfly, but if you look at it, it's a backwards B, and then the body and the other wing of the butterfly spells me. Because when I did a shamanic journey about my business and where I should take my business and how I should view myself, the biggest thing that came back from it was that logo, the idea of I've got to be me, and I've got to share who I am with I'm going to attract the clients who want to work with me and gel with me. And I don't want to attract clients who aren't comfortable with somebody one day turning up in a shirt and tie, and the next day maybe wearing my shamanic coat, and the next day I spend a lot of my time in dungarees. So, and I don't wear makeup, I don't do my hair, I don't do my nails. That's not a problem. I love that people get really excited about that stuff, if that's what makes them tick. It doesn't do anything for me, the same way that I don't have pets. So I'm sort of putting out there, just find out what works for you, what you're comfortable with. Find out, you know you know deep down, even if you're really out of touch with who you are or what's going on, especially at the moment, there's a lot going on in our heads, is to drop out of that and feel, where is your intuition? Some people say they lead with their heart. Some people say they lead with their gut. I sometimes actually get sort of the idea in my head. I feel comfortable in my head and think, right, that's the way to go for me. The same way with when I was home educating my children. There was a lot of people who did structured stuff. Hi, Joanne. There was a lot of people who did structured stuff in the morning and did free play in the afternoon, because you can fit most of the national curriculum into the morning. There were some people like me who didn't do anything. We just free schooled and our kids did whatever they want, because I refused to teach my children because I'm their parent, not their teacher. But none of us were going, oh, my way's better, your way's rubbish. Lots of people realised that the way they were teaching their kids worked for one of their kids, but maybe not some of their other children, and that some kids need structure and some people don't. Hi mum, you made it again, well done. So it was just all these ideas that I had floating around from the last lives I've done, you know, the one about homeschooling, like realizing that you're a parent, not worrying so much about like the educational stuff, because obviously, hi Val, I was explaining that one of my kids is now at York College doing really, really well, even though he'd done no academic stuff until he started there. So in all those areas of my life where I've done different things, what's always come up is you need to follow what brings you joy, or that bit of you where you just have faith that it's going to be okay, whether that's intuition or tapping into something. Some people hear like a guardian angel voice or whatever. Obviously, I've got my power animals because I'm a shamanic practitioner and that's what I do. But you're going to have something where when you're doing something or contemplating doing something, you're going to have that feeling that it's right or that it's not right. And what I'm putting out there is you need to follow that, especially at the moment, I think, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. We're being bombarded with, this is the way to do things online, or you should be doing this. And I think it's sometimes good to stop, take a breath, maybe try and work out, where is my intuition? Does it sit in my heart center? Does it sit in my gut? Do I feel more light when I'm doing the right thing? Do I feel less heavy, or do I feel more grounded when I'm heading in the right direction? And it's something that's really worth tapping into for you, so that you have your own internal faith compass or intuition compass or joy compass or whatever it is that you want to direct you. The same way that I did when I was thinking about where do I want to take my business, and I was directed to do my dreaming courses and my ancestral work and to put things on hold. And now everything is just flowing easier because I listened to that. I took notice of that. I went sort of backwards on some of the things I'd been planning to do. And now it's working really well for me because I listened to that. I took the time to listen to that little voice or where I was being directed. So I just like, wear your shirt and tie. Don't mess with your hair. Don't wear makeup. Do wear makeup. Do your nails. Put your nice hat on. Find your funny clothes that make you feel great. Find those alter egos that maybe work for you. You know, find a way to do your business maybe differently to how you are at home. Find a way to teach your children in a way that works for you, where you can still be their parent, and maybe you do a different and say, well, this for this moment I'm going to be your teacher, but then afterwards I'm going to switch back to being your mum or your dad or whatever. So find those ways that work for you for tapping into those things that help you go in the direction that you need to go. And as part of that, realise that you're amazing, whether you wear a shirt and tie, whether you like high heels, whether you're someone who likes going out running, which I find weird, or someone who likes walking. It's perfect. You're perfect the way you are, but tap into that thing that really helps you move, can keep moving in that direction. So I just thought I'd share that because it had come up in quite a few of the lives I've done over the last couple of weeks, and you know how I love sharing things with all you wonderful people, because I like reminding you that you are all fantastic, amazing, beautiful human beings. There's only one of you, so make the most of it and share your wonderfulness with the world. Okay, take care everybody. Love you. Bye.